back to the channel. My name is Drew, and you're watching Drew the Theme Park Dude, and this is going to be the last of, I guess, these pre-opening Velocicoaster videos until opening day. I might do another one here and there, I don't know, but I'm going to be giving you my complete video off of what do you need to expect when you get to ride Jurassic World Velocicoaster. And I will say this right now, I've currently, at the time of recording this, ridden Velocicoaster 5 times. I've not gone a front row ride yet, but I did manage to get 2 back row rides, a 3rd row ride, a 6th row ride, and a 7th row ride. So I think that's pretty good and pretty much enough to judge it off of, I guess, for what do you need to expect. The front row, I guess I can't really say too much off of, except for it's a lot more wind in your face, obviously. But other than that, let's get into this video. So, what do you need to expect? This ride is very thrilling. In my opinion, it is the most thrilling ride at Universal, more so than Hulk and Rip Ride Rocket. I think the launches definitely have a big play in this because this thing is fast. I always thought that Cheetah Hunt was so fast because that was like my first ever really big coaster. Not really big coaster, but like my first ever coaster that wasn't a kiddie coaster, I'll say. Or a Wild Mouse or something like that. So I will say that going into this with really only Cheetah Hunt, Rock and Roller Coaster, Tigress being really my only other pre-existing launch coasters, I was expecting this to be fast, especially hearing it reaches 70 miles an hour. And oh boy, was I right. This thing goes fast. You go right through 2 different launches and through 4 inversions, go to a top hat about 125 feet tall, I believe so, down an 80-degree angle, into a zero-G stall, which is pretty rare on an Intamin Blitz coaster, over the entry plaza of the Jurassic World mini section of the Jurassic Park area. Because I kind of like how they have it set up where you have the Jurassic Park area, and then if you go into like this little down like this pathway, it's now this mini Jurassic World land within Jurassic Park. I don't know if they're just doing that for right now, or if they're planning on eventually overhauling the entire land. But as of right now, I think that's pretty cool just to have that stick around. And I really hope that they do retheme it in the future now that I've seen Velocicoaster and what they can do. And I am interested in seeing Indominus Rex. But yeah, what else should you expect on Velocicoaster? Well, so I will say the seats are very, very tight. They staple you in your seat because you are there's so much airtime throughout this ride, you are out of your seat. So if you're not stapled down, you're going to go flying around. So don't be trying the Sky Rush method, don't be doing that. This is, you have to staple yourself down because you are flying out of your seat, especially if you're in the back row, going over that top hat. You get whipped right over, and especially also in that barrel roll at the very end, the Mosasaurus roll over the lagoon, it whips you around, especially if you're in the back right seat because you're farther away. So you have to go all the way around, and it whips you super far. But yeah, the seats are pretty tight, so, if you're different body figure or whatever, I'd be on the lookout for that. There also is no over-the-shoulder restraint, so your complete arms are exposed. And this thing goes upside down, so if that's something you don't like, you should keep that in account. But there are, little, hand areas, where you can put your hands, on, the lap bar, these, little handles, so, you don't have to have your hands raised. I personally am more of a hands-up type of person, but, it's kind of whatever you kind of fits you the best. But yeah, really, this coaster is something. It is my new #1 coaster, beating Mako in my top roller coasters I've ridden. It was my 55th coaster credit, and I still believe that this is the best coaster I've been on. I have not been out to Cedar Point, though. I've not been out to international parks, so I can't really judge that fully. But from the 55 coasters I have ridden across Florida and a few in Virginia and North Carolina, I can say that Velocicoaster is the best out of those, in my personal opinion. So people have ridden this thing 11, 12, 9, 50 times. I've ridden it 5 times, which might seem like a lot, but compared to all those people, it's not. So, I'm not going to know everything. I'm not going to know 100% about this ride. I will say, though, from the differences between my 3 rides I rode during the previews and the 2 rides I rode during the technical rehearsal, there was a lot less fog, and I could see the screens with the Raptors a lot more clear. I don't know if they upped that a lot or if it was just me. I saw, a lot of new, lighting differences, and I also noticed I got my first ever night ride on the ride. And that night ride is amazing because it is kind of scary. Because, as you're going through that first half, you can see the Raptor statues, but you just hear their roar, and then like you look over to like where you think you hear the sound, you just see like this big statue of a raptor, but like you don't know it's a statue because you don't really think like that in the moment, and it's pretty scary. So, you know. But yeah, this ride is a very, 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 very good ride. And I totally recommend it if you come check it out. I wanted to make this video more unique than I did with my Velocicoaster review video. So I'm kind of saying what more should you guys expect when you come to ride Jurassic World Velocicoaster at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. But yeah, so before we end this video, I'm going to give like a little future prediction that's kind of not really having to do with what you expect. But like, what? Let's say you live over in California, or you live up in Beijing, or you live somewhere. I don't know if I have any international viewers, but like, let's just say you do. Do I think Velocicoaster could be cloned or modified to be at another theme park or in the Universal chain? I do not believe it will. I believe that in the future, Universal Beijing will be getting a roller coaster, but I don't think it'll be a Velocicoaster. I think they'll be getting something similar to the Flying Dinosaur up in Japan. Do I think Universal Singapore will be getting anything with their Jurassic Park area? I could see them getting something similar to Velocicoaster, but not exactly like it. And as far as Hollywood goes, maybe if they decide to tear down Mummy or something, they could build an indoor coaster, because they can't really build outdoor coasters in Universal Hollywood due to sound permits and all of that stuff that they have. So, unless you guys want Mummy gone, I don't really, or a couple sound stages knocked out behind where the Donkey Kong area would go, and instead you want that. Really, I don't think there's really a possibility of a Jurassic World Velocicoaster clone over there. And that also goes for Hagrid's, because it's just super hard over there. I will be doing a prediction video as well as my top 5 rides at Islands of Adventure, and stay tuned for my top 5 rides at Universal Studios Florida, which will be out soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. See ya. Bye.